Noir starring Nicolas Cage is coming to MGM Plus and Prime Video. Now, ever since Sony gave away Spider-Man over to Mickey Mouse, Marvel Studios has been making really good use of the character, but they kinda left Sony with all these other toys that they've turned into sloppy movies. But finally, after more than a decade of not seeing a live-action Spider-Man production from Sony, Amazon, MGM, and Sony are going through with making a Spider-Man Noir TV show that will just be titled Noir and will star the cinema meme himself, Nicolas Cage. Now, if you don't know, the character of Spider-Man Noir is a version of Peter Parker from Earth 90214 and takes place in New York during the Great Depression. And this show has been in development for a very long time, and Amazon wanted first dibs on the project, but they didn't order it at the time. So within a year, I guess, the people behind the show wrote some nice scripts, drew some storyboards, and made a pitch to Amazon. And as a result, Amazon jumped on the Marvel bandwagon and officially ordered a few episodes for the show to be made for Amazon. Now, in terms of what I think of this show being a thing, I think this is awesome. Because look, I know we mock Sony for mishandling all of their live-action Spider-Man character movies, but hey, Sony is not a bad movie studio, and they are the same guys behind the Spider-Verse movies, which are considered some of the greatest movies literally of all time. So if they fucking tried and said that we're gonna make the greatest Spider-Man project ever, they can do it, and they did it with a Spider-Man that wasn't Peter Parker before, so what makes you think they can't do it again with a different non-mainstream Spider-Man? Well, let's break that down. Are the people working on the show genuinely trustworthy in making a good live-action Spider-Man project? Well, first of all, let's look at Nicolas Cage. Now, I think that he's an obvious cast to play Spider-Man Noir, because if you don't know, Cage voiced Noir in the Spider-Verse movies, so he has nailed the voice already. And in terms of the look, I think Cage does look like a guy who could play Noir, because this Spider-Man is more mature and beat up, similar to an older version of Batman. So I think Cage will knock it out of the park. Now, Amazon has announced a handful of producers for the show, but I think the most reassuring producers involved are Lord and Miller, who are the same men in charge of directing the Spider-Verse movies. Now, this is good because everything that they have touched related to Spider-Man has so far turned into Oscar-worthy gold. So hopefully, as the producers, they can steer the ship in the right direction. But the biggest mold, unfortunately, in this boy band is the writer. And that's because the man writing the show is Oren Uziel, who is the same guy who wrote The Lost City and the 2021 Mortal Kombat movie, which is not exactly promising because both of those movies were bad, and the writer is likely the equivalent to your lungs because they are important, and if you mess up the writing like you mess up your lungs, you're kind of screwed, and no Oscar-winning producer can save you. But nonetheless, I am still excited for the show, and I am more hopeful for its success than I am worried for its downfall. But again, this has just been ordered. Like, we are not going to see a live-action noir show probably in the next 2 years, so anything can change because we have a long time until the show comes out. But yeah, that's it.